Some consider these the dog days of the regular season, Clark. You think that's fair?
I think that's accurate. I mean, they certainly can feel that way. I mean, the key is to try to not let it get to you, embrace the joy of the game, being with your teammates, competing. You've really got to make it a mental kind of game when you get to those periods when the dog days are upon you.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Here's DiVincenzo. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Sweet shooting from DiVincenzo. Really comfortable getting that shot up quickly.
Outside Hart, back to Brunson. And he drives in, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Edwards. A great score, averaging almost 26 a game. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. McDaniels from long range. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. DiVincenzo against Brunson. Towns on a screen. Releases. And that one's good for Brunson.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Last game he had 28 points. Randle. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. And here are the Knicks. Last time they met was in Minneapolis, where they beat the Timberwolves.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Now here's Brunson. 38 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And he played cat and mouse with the defense, baiting them into fouls, working himself to the line.
And it's Randle that time on the assist by DiVincenzo. It's all knotted up.
Randle's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
Brunson passes to Towns. 6 to shoot. Left side Hart. Tries again. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Here's DiVincenzo. And that misses. That would have put him up. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena. And they proved it that game.
8-6. Randle outside. Edwards for 3. And Anunoby pulls it down. The Knicks have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Pass to Brunson. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
6. Edwards against Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. Hart pulls it in. Knicks leading by 4. There's 42 seconds left in the first. Brunson. Oh, he missed the chippy right there.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's DiVincenzo. So far, he's averaging 11 points a game. Here's Randall, and he banks in the layup. Randall's got his second basket of the game.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Outside Brunson. Pass to Towns. Towns, a screen on Randall. Back to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Knicks out in front, up 4. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
We've got Achua. Jalen Brunson is out there with Miles McBride, and it's Sims in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now here's Conley. Elbow shot. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Conley's got his first points of the night.
A versatile shooter like Conley can make the mid-range work for him, even if it's not his best shot.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Here's Conley after the basket by New York. Off with the layup.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Timberwolves trail by 7, and Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
So for the Knicks, Hart's checked in for Achua, and it's Bridges in for Ryan. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Garza's checked in for McDaniels. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Now Conley. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. Minnesota again missing. New York leading by 7. Hart with it, picked up by Reed. And he lobs it up top! And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hart.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
And Minnesota with some changes. Gobert comes in for Garza, and it's Edwards in for Ingles. Brunson against Conley. Clock at 6. And he lays it up and in. Conley's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Slick move that time by Conley with the rock, carving out some space for himself to get the hoop.
Pass to Sims. Bridges outside. Three-pointer. And again, New York with the triple. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Now here's Brunson. From 15 feet away. Again, the Knicks. Good for two more.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Here's Edwards, coming off a 28-point game against Golden State. Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
So for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Sims, and it's OG Anunoby in for Brunson. 1:33 left in the second. Towns against Gobert. The shot by Towns, no good. Timberwolves trail by 8, and playoff success has been rare in Minnesota. Last year was the first series win in 20 years, Clark.
How about this fact? That was LeBron's rookie season, 2004 BA. That's the last time the Timberwolves advanced in the playoffs. So T-Wolves fans, I think, really savored the trip to the conference finals and are looking for more from this group going forward.
Now here's Towns. 6 points for him. Pass to Bridges. Shot from the wing. New York again can't hit.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Fires it. And he can't bank that one in. New York leading by 8. Left side McBride. Bridges passes to McBride. And there's a pick. The 3-ball drains the triple.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Anthony Edwards takes the contact.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Here's Towns. It's wide right, hits off the rim. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Welcome, one and all.
I always like to play other good teams. To be the best, you have to beat the best. We'll see if they accept the challenge.
Iron sharpens iron. Let's move on, shall we? To that first half we just watched, guys. A tremendous start for Jalen Brunson.
No one's working harder than Jalen Brunson. He's got this next level focus and determination. We've seen him wear defenses out with his relentlessness.
Junkyard dog, he'll take every scrap from you and still stays hungry.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So for Minnesota right now, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Here's the pick. McDaniels against Bridges. That one falls. Bridges has got 5.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Edwards against Bridges. Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Fast break, New York. Brunson speeds in to finish the break.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. All right, a chance to check out stats for Jalen Brunson. And the Timberwolves with possession here. It's a 13-point game. Gobert passes to Edwards. Randall with it. Shoots over Hart. Randall can't hit. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Bridges outside. Pass to Brunson. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Both free throws good from Anunoby. Timberwolves trail by 17. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Gobert with a screen on Bridges. Edwards for three. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Outside Hart. It's Bridges on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. And Anunoby for three. New York no good that time either. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Randall, the pass to Edwards. Randall, a screen on Bridges. Edwards for three. Knocks down the long J. Edwards got 6 in the quarter.
Backing up that last three with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Bridges. The shot misses. Oh, good D by Edwards. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 11. Randall against Hart. Picked by Gobert. 5 on the clock. Again, the miss by Edwards. New York has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
B.A., I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, you know, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Achua's checked in for Hart. McBride comes in for Anunoby. Shamet, he's checked in for Bridges. And Payne is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Ingles comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Conley's subbed in for DiVincenzo. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. Taking a look at Minnesota, they're hoping to break out from 8th place in the back half of the season.
You know, for Minnesota, they're just not where they thought they'd be as a ball club. Now, after the success they had last season, they were counting on having even a better year.
And you know what? Even though the season hasn't been a complete disaster, they're pretty dysfunctional as a team right now.
Achua with a screen on Conley. Payne against Conley. Now here's Payne. Tight defense on him to snap the cold streak. Reed with the rebound. Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside, Ingles. Beyond the arc. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the New York Knicks finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Topping out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Sims in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Reed to screen on Brunson. Pass to Reed. Lets it go from deep. On target from range. Reed's got his first 3 points of the game.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You try to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
You know, there aren't many players who are more efficient in the pick and roll than Jalen Brunson. I mean, he has mastered that set.
Outside Reed. Back to Conley. Reed to screen on Brunson for 3. Conley. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Conley against Brunson. Sims, the pass to Brunson. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Sims. Hart comes in for Achiuwa. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toppin. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for McBride. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy level, saying to his guys, you're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Good.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
Towns a screen on DiVincenzo. Brunson assertive on the take. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 4. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Yeah, and Gobert's teammates encourage him to seek out his offense, especially when he's this deep.
Outside Hart. DiVincenzo against Brunson. To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Man, how about the calm collectedness of Towns. Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards lays it in.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Brunson passes to Hart. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Towns. Over Randall. The shot by Towns, no good. Minnesota has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Bridges against Edwards to tie it up. Nice D from Bridges. The Knicks have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Pass to Brunson. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And Brunson with the bucket on the assist from Bridges. Brunson's got 21.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Here's Edwards. Oh! Edwards with the highlight reel jam.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Brunson against DiVincenzo. Brunson misses. Here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Edwards. It falls! A huge shot to tie it up.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And New York has possession. 17 points was their biggest margin. From the stripe, and it's in.
A huge make by Jalen Brunson, shining in the biggest of moments.
Minnesota with the ball. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second team foul. Jalen Brunson.
He gets the first, and that makes it a three-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Now it's a two-possession game. Important foul shots right there.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Here's Edwards. Money! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Jalen Brunson.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And he's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a three-point lead.
And looking to even the score with a huge three.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
Edwards, no good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Anthony Edwards. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. Mikal.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Randall, the pass to Gobert. For three, DiVincenzo. Can't hit that one.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
And so it's the Knicks who come out on top here. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
I mean, we played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensive. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We can see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the